Hi everybody, my name is Caroline Cole and I am a creative professional obsessed with telling stories, and I'm sort of a Jackie of all trades, I suppose. I have found lots of creative ways to weave my obsession with storytelling into a career, and now I have this YouTube channel called The Business of Storytelling, where we'll dive into lots of different ways if you're looking to do that yourself. Today we are in the voiceover realm, and I am going to talk about 4 ways, foolproof steps to ace your next voiceover audition. So let's dive in. First is research. Now, you don't want to spend too much time on this step because you can sort of get lost into a research hole, but you do want to do a little bit of research so that you can find some voiceover auditions and find stuff that works well for your voice. I recommend, of course, starting with ACX, which is the Audiobook Exchange. That is the direct pipeline from Amazon, Audible, straight to consumer. So there's a lot of good indie and new writers on there, and there's also lots of different kinds of writers who are looking to get their first or their 10th book or whatever made into an audiobook. So there are open auditions there. I always start there. There are lots of good Facebook groups, and perhaps Upwork is somewhere you want to look. We'll do future videos on the best places to find tons and tons of auditions, but for now, for acing your next audiobook audition, I would definitely start with the step of research so that you know exactly what you're auditioning for. Step 2, once you have researched and found some voiceover audiobook auditions that you want to audition for, you want to prepare. You don't just find them and then go straight into the booth, but you do want to spend a bit of time preparing, bringing that research into the audition space. So you want to prepare by reading everything there is to know about the audition. You want to read all of the author's notes, all of the producer's notes, read through the whole script that you're going to be reading, make sure you see any different kinds of characters. If there's a character list, you want to make notes perhaps about how they sound, and you also might want to, I'll take notes sometimes if there's accents, take notes if the author tells you what the relationships are between characters, to make sure that you are portraying them as accurately and as authentically as you can in your audition. So read all the instructions. Don't be dumb, y'all. Read every instruction and follow every instruction to the letter, because you've got to follow those instructions. If Okay, where was I? Let's continue. Read everything you can, pay attention to everything you can. Because let's say, for example, the author gets 70, 80, even 100 auditions for their piece. They're gonna be looking for ways to eliminate people, because a lot of those people are gonna be really good. And if they see that someone can't follow instructions, like please read this as a British accent, or this person is 90 years old, or whatever, if they see that someone can't listen to those and is turning in auditions that that demonstrate clearly they haven't read the instructions, then that's gonna be a good way to get yourself moved to the no pile. So make sure when you are preparing, you're reading all the instructions, following all the instructions to a T, and getting ready to do your best performance. Step 3 is rehearse. Now, after you've done a gajillion auditions, you won't have to rehearse as much, but that doesn't mean you should go in completely cold to your audition. So read through it out loud, maybe once or twice. Go through and see if you can find the words that are maybe difficult to pronounce. I audition for a lot of sci-fi and fantasy audiobooks, and a lot of those have words that are made up. So you want to make sure that you're either, if there are any pronunciations that the author has given you, practice those. If there aren't, then you want to make sure you're saying those words, even if they're wrong and you get the correct pronunciation. Speaking of pronunciation, say this word 10 times fast. Even if you say made up words incorrectly in your audition and you get the correct pronunciation later, you want to say them naturally and not stumble over them when you're auditioning, because these may be made up words to you, but they're real words in the world of the story. And then the fourth and final step to having an excellent audition is to have fun, y'all. This is a fun job. Being a voiceover actor is a really fun thing to get to do. So make sure you're having fun. When you're in the booth, remind yourself, oh, I'm doing something for work that involves making silly voices and auditioning for things in the booth. That's really fun, and we have a fun job. So, voiceover actors, I hope you slay your next audition. I hope these 4 steps help you. And thanks for tuning in to The Business of Storytelling. I'm Caroline Cole. Follow me on Instagram at Caroline Cole Stories and on Twitter at @CColeStories. And please rate, like, subscribe. I have an editor that makes me say all those YouTube-y things. Till next time, bye.